Hello, everybody at the creator stage, at Supernova, and at home. How are we doing today? Now, to intro what we're going to do right now, there's been a few magnificent events here and in the world, but one particular type of event we haven't had the pleasure of seeing yet is the storied collegiate rivalry. Everybody knows them. People wear their colors on their sleeve, and today this is no different. A crew battle, Smash Ultimate, Syracuse University taking on Shenandoah University. Before we take up too much of your time, let's do a quick intro of all the players. First from Syracuse, starting us off, 8-0 Bears. Stand over there. Next up, we got Zami. Then we got Bort. Next, we have Dada. Give him a second, he's impaired. And then bringing up the rear, we got Penguin Power TV. But that is only one half of the puzzle, because on the other side, we have Shenandoah. Starting us off will be Wilson. Right to my left. Next up, we got Whack. Then we got Kip. We got Igloo. And we got Willie. So how we're going to do it, pretty standard crew battle affair. We're going to have 3 stocks of each competitor. And to start us off, please, competitors, take your spots. Kick it right over to Nikita and Chase.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, Dan, for that introduction. I am Nikita Bear, Nickelback Air, joined by the one, the only, Nuke, Chase Newcomb. Take it away, buddy.
Stoked to be here, Nickelback Air, Nikita. Stoked to be in the Dulles Convention Center. It has been a wonderful weekend here in Chantilly, Virginia. I am nuclear, like he mentioned, and obviously we have zero bias going into this crew battle.
I mean, you're covering yours up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have Syracuse University. We have Shenandoah University. You know, if you're looking at it from a student population, there's a great disparity there, but if you're looking at it from esports schools, Shenandoah has been in the game for about as long as collegiate esports has existed. One of the oldest academic esports programs there are.
It's like top 3,
yeah,
like first 3.
And Syracuse University, the newest to the academic esports program space, just starting their program this year. And yeah, Supernova gave us the great opportunity to have both of these SUs, universities, face off in Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, you know, for years, if you're unfamiliar with the collegiate space, Nikita and I have been working on the back end for years to try to build it brick by brick from the ground up. So being able to give us a platform of Super Smash Con here is such an amazing opportunity for all of these players and for collegiate esports as a whole.
Yeah, and Dan kind of introduced the format here. We are in a traditional crew battle format, except we have 5 players instead of 4 that you usually see in Smash Ultimate. Each of these players will have 3 stocks, so each team will have a cumulative 15 stocks that they have to play with.
Mm-hmm. And for those of you that don't know, that's how it was for years and years and years. It was 5v5 crew battles. It was switched down to 4v4 in the collegiate space because Smash was not as popular as a game. It only came out in 2020, 2021. So they're like, you know, we got to find players. Let's reduce the size a little bit, do 4v4, and that's been the collegiate format since. But as we know in the grassroots community, it's been 5v5 ride or die for years.
Yeah, and going into, like, you know, we'll talk more and more about each of these players as they come along. We don't want to spoil too much. But Shenandoah University has 3 of their static members from the last calendar year. If you've looked at any form of collegiate competition with Smash, looking at something like NACE Star League in the previous year, any tournaments, the 3 players on that roster are quite good, quite potent in the MDVA region. You have Igloo, you have Willie, and you have Kip. But right now for Shenandoah, we have Wilson, and for Syracuse, we have 8-0 Bears.
8-0 Bears, and that's a couple of big bodies on the floor immediately. We're seeing a Gordo retracted by the K-Rool bomb. That's going to suck.
Yeah, the thing with this matchup is, like, big bodies take a lot of big hits, and DDD can kind of throw out a lot of projectiles that are a bit meatier than, like, King K. Rool's crown, right? Like, it'll be pretty easy for 8-0 Bears to get away from that. But, like, look at what are you going to do? That's so impressive. You just have to hold on to ledge.
Hammer.
It drops off of the
Yep.
It has no intangibility and just eats it. And that's a 25% stock.
Yeah, Wilson was gracious enough to come in clutch, help us out in this crew battle. We were not quite equipped with enough players due to some scheduling conflicts this weekend, so stepped into the ring, helping us out certainly. It was good. Good ledge option, waiting. The regrab, going to get up.
Yeah, and it, like, we're talking about both of these players in the crew battle format without talking about how important it is to start out. Your job is not just, if you're Wilson down a stock right now, to take those 3 stocks.
Truth.
Your job is to get intelligence, get some intel and share it with your team on the opponents. And so now, goes for the jab afterward. You had the knockdown. You might have been able to go for a down smash, maybe an up smash or something like that. So not what you would want to see for Shenandoah's fan base there, because 8-0 Bears is still alive.
Yeah, 8-0 Bears is still alive, and you're absolutely right. That's what Wilson should be shooting for, trying to just get 1 stock here off 8-0 Bears, if possible. I'm going to shoot the gun again, try crown. Ooh, forward tilt, that armor coming in clutch.
Was not prepared. I mean, I guess when you're looking at crew battle, you might not want to trade at all, but it's still going to be a net positive for 8-0 Bears and Syracuse there, but that was a crazy clip.
That was nuts. Oh, yeah, you love to see the down smash coming from K. Rool. I love the big body coming up and down. The body slam looks clutch. Using that platform, 8-0 Bears knowing how to make their way around this DDD.
Yeah, and Wilson just seems unprepared for like the big meaty hitboxes that 8-0 Bears is able to throw with DDD and cleans it up 2 stocks to 0. So now we're looking at 14 stocks for Syracuse, 12 stocks for Shenandoah.
Correct. 14 to 12. So that's where this really comes into play. If anyone's familiar with the Pokemon format, that's really how this works. Yeah. You're waiting, you're seeing what they're doing, and then you're going to throw in your counter pick, and they're going to be able to do the same exact thing.
Yeah. And so now you have stage selection, you have some counter picking on stages that can pair with the characters you're going to throw in as well.
Correct.
Because the team who loses the previous match, of Shenandoah in this instance, chose Whack to come up. It's interesting because Whack is actually another K. Rool, so 8-0 Bears gives another big body to beat into. But Kevin gets to go up. Way awesome, Kevin. Whack gets to choose what character he's playing and choose what stage he gets to play on. So he gets a double advantage. Yeah,
and that's how it works, because when and if Whack defeats 8-0 Bears, then 8-0 Bears goes off, and Syracuse would now be in the position that Shenandoah is in.
Yep. And so now we're really getting into, like, we're not really in the nitty-gritty yet. Like, a stock here or there really won't determine the pace of play, especially with how Shenandoah's team is structured, where they have one of the strongest anchors in all of collegiate Smash Ultimate in Willie. Willie has taken like 12 stocks in individual matches before. So,
my lord.
So even if Syracuse ends up in this 14-3 stock advantage, like, it's still not over. And that's kind of like the cool thing that we have, like you mentioned Pokemon. Yep. It's not over until all 6 Mons are down. It's not over until all 15 stocks are gone.
And the really interesting piece about that, too, is percentage does not matter. And that's why it's so important to hold on to your stocks, because if you're at 150% with 3 stocks, you start the next game with 3 stocks.
Oh, yeah, and that was interesting. I forgot to talk about resource management. Because Wilson started on that King K. Rool, Whack is not able to use King K because there's no double character selection. Yeah. Why did Whack?
I don't think he understood. So I think that might be a reset.
Yeah.
It's looking like a reset.
Yeah. And so something that happens, as we mentioned, Syracuse lost a stock previously, so they're at 14. They're not at a clean 3 stocks. So what happens is when they load into the game, they're going to see it right now. 8-0 Bears has to take one of his own stocks, and then they might like do some crouching. They might do a taunt. Different players do different things to kind of signal the match is going to start again.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to go back to what you were talking about with the double character selection. That was actually implemented during the COVID era. Usually that used to not be the case, but it's the case now because, man, it would be really, really bad to go online and play 4 Steves in a row.
Yeah, 4 Steves, 4 Kazuya's. Yeah, there's a lot of bad things you don't want to see.
Correct.
Yeah, and so I believe, what are they going to do here? Taunt on platforms?
There's the taunt.
There we go, and they're just in it.
Okay, starting off strong, going for this neutral stage control. Forward airs, going into a forward tilt, but not really quite high enough percent to make it true.
Yeah, and it's kind of like the same name of the game we're going to see from Shenandoah's perspective, where what are you going to do about all of these big projectiles that are coming out from 8-0 Bears? Like, how do you respond? Like, there's so much coverage there. I guess the saving grace is that Bowser is so heavy that he can eat 2 of those hits that should have just completely knocked him off if he was any less heavy. And he's still alive and has, you know, ledge advantage right now.
Yeah, one of the heaviest in the game for sure. And oh my gosh, you know, I'm obviously trying to remain unbiased, but God, I love DDD. That was a parry.
Yeah, that parry was insane because that would have done some damage on the knockback. It gets stronger and stronger. And Bowser is now at full fury because he's able to be heavy enough to last past these 150% opportunities.
Correct.
And that should be a dead Bowser on the follow-up. No, it doesn't get anything, but has the option coverage once again. And now it really is like in the mind of Shenandoah, what do you do with that option?
Yeah.
It might just be a drop from ledge.
It has to be at that point. You can't. Well, then if you regrab, you fight the hammer again. It might have been a jump at that point.
Yeah, but the issue is the jump might be covered by the projectile on the specific bounce, so it might be reading. It might be reading the trajectory. That'll be an interesting little mini game to watch within this matchup every time that whack is off stage. And so we might see it right here again.
Ooh, going for the spike. Not quite going to find it, though. Going back to ledge. Ooh, down tilt going to clash with the forward tilt.
Yeah, a little bit of a clink there. But, ooh, the platform.
The platform
saved him there. I mean, that's why you counterpick there maybe, because they saw what happened in the first game.
It taketh and it giveth. Oh, he was going for the back air, but that up tilt just too strong into the up air.
And now we're seeing like the opposite side of things where if Ado Bears is able to accumulate like 150%, he's going to hit even harder. And like the percent does not matter, as you previously mentioned. That should be a dead DDD. Good DI is able to survive here.
Top
and
platform.
Hits that 150 perfectly.
There
we are at full rage now.
We are now at full rage, and Wack's got to take the stock, right? Because they started with 2 stocks. If Wack doesn't take the stock, then effectively they weren't able to really do anything in this game.
Oh! And that should finally be
there.
There it is. And that's where it gets really scary for the team that's down, because now you're looking at it, oh, the enemy has 150%. I really have to get this stock. And you almost get in your own head there. Oh, almost had the clip there, but then threw out the fire all the way out to the right side of the stage.
There's the meteor smash. You love to see it. Looking at the camera, biting the lip, knew exactly what he was doing. That's great. But now that's Ado Bears with 1 stock left.
Yep.
And they're going up against Kip, who was, I think, aside from Willie and Kip are the 2 to make it out of pools from Shenandoah here at Super Smash Con.
Yeah, 2 of the highest placing individuals in singles from the collegiate space. Kip, and now we're getting into like some of these interesting powerhouse players from Shenandoah. One tricks are also the name of the game for Shenandoah, however, so you kind of live and you die by the one trick. Kip is a Pac-Man main.
Yep.
And so if you are from,
ride or die Pac-Man.
Yeah, if you are from a region that has Pac-Mans, you're probably happy about this. But if you do not play Pac-Man very much,
there's going to be a lot of tech checks.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of like I'm just going to chump check you with this key, and what are you going to do about it? Kip does a lot of good movement off of his items and regrabbing and like feigning and baiting with the items.
Oh, yeah. I was able to watch some of his sets yesterday, and it was absolutely beautiful. It was actually awesome. We were all out on the floor, and there was like 10 of us Shenandoah folks standing behind Kip, cheering him on as he was going and through the gauntlet game after game. But absolutely, Pac-Man is great. And I'm from the Midwest, so we're known as the Zoner region. So we have Pac-Mans, we have Tinks, we have Young Links, Banjos all over the place.
Yeah, and talking about how Shenandoah put out 2 big bodies right after one another because it fed so well into Ado Bears' DDD projectiles. It's almost the opposite here, where Kip has so many projectiles at his disposal with Pac-Man.
Gordo's
and
nothing.
DDD is a massive hitbox or a massive hurt box that is going to eat a lot of these projectiles. And a lot of them do some damage if you get knocked back, and DDD's heavy enough to get knocked back pretty far away. Pac-Man can charge up the projectiles that do a lot of damage, like that key. Get a Galaga to link into some combos with some aerials. So
he loves that Galaga, and God, you love to see the King DDD flow chart. It's like you're a neutral. What do you do? Gordo, 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 and that is not going to be the answer in this matchup.
No, I think Galaga is going to be like the key to the game, and that's where you know if Kip is feeling comfortable or not. Why are they playing? There we go.
He said, wait a second.
It doesn't really matter with like 1 stock, because as soon as you lose 1 stock, the game's over anyways.
Correct.
But you get into a little bit of a weird stuff with like DDD being able to suck and suicide that you might run into stock issues where if it wasn't truly last stock, you might have had a 50-50 hearsay moment. So it's just better to be safe.
There's the Galaga into the forward air combos, going for a down air to finish it off. Ooh.
Oh, and those F smashes are going to be really important. That is how Kip gets most of his kill confirms if it is not with a heavy item. And so looking at if he could get the combo after, you know, knockdown or after they're out of a hit stun is really important.
Yeah, F smash and down smash is the name of the game.
And Kip usually plays really well within the water of the hydrant, so he's really not scared of it. Stands in a position where even if it gets knocked back, Pac-Man is short enough that he's underneath the peak of the parabola.
Ooh, okay, okay. That bell, that does a lot of hit stun. Great setup for Pac-Man.
Oh, nice read there on the jump, but just jumped a little bit too high there. Ado Bears seems pretty comfortable with the Pac-Man so far. Fully charged should knock that hydrant pretty far away.
And he responds with the key almost immediately. Exactly what you were calling out earlier, Nikita.
Yeah. I got a few Smash names in my name. It is what it is. Oh, we get another parry there. Oh, jumping on top of it. That's funny. Oh, I forget that the hitbox becomes intangible once you hit it yourself.
Yep,
Otherwise,
absolutely.
that would have been a dead DDD. And instead, we have a dead Pac-Man.
Yeah, he takes one at 156%, like you were saying, hitting that threshold. Now sitting with nothing in the tank. They've got to do something.
Regrab on the bell doesn't do much, but that's like, it's opportunity cost. Kip knows that if he doesn't get it off the first regrab, it's fine to just throw it away. The suck up to spit back, that could have been crazy if Kip was at a higher percentage, but even if it hit, 0% is not going to do much. Deflection doesn't kill because DDD is so heavy, but that will be it with the aerial.
The back air to clutch it out, that bell. He loves the bell, he loves the Galaga. Galaga's great setup tool, like you were saying, for Pac-Man. He just abused it most of the game, but wow, Ado Bears taking 7 stocks. That's nothing to shake a finger at.
Yeah, and he is running immediately because his pools for Ultimate are right now, and now he's just re-entering pools. Shout out to Rafflefox for keeping that bracket open for 45 minutes so we can do that.
True. Also, shout out to TNS for throwing this production together last second. Shout out to the Prod boys in the back. We really, really appreciate it being able to spotlight Collegiate here on this platform.
Yes. And so now we have a switch up here. Is Kip asking for some mid-set coaching?
And that's Avery in the background saying, we got it, no worries.
Avery! No mid-set coaching. Get away! That's one stock. That's one stock.
No. That's a warning. That's a warning. Back up. Where's the TO? Where's the TO? I think that's you.
I think there's both of us here. All right, so now we do have the counter pick. Pac-Man's so interesting of a character where it's like, if you take away the platforms, it becomes more linear of a game for Kip to play with the items.
Correct.
Where you think, okay, maybe I get rid of the platforms. I kind of make it one-to-one. It's a little bit easier. I don't have to worry about regrabs. Re-grabbing the item. I can just hold shield and wait for it to expire.
Correct.
But that makes everything way more of a flowchart for Kip.
It does.
Makes it very one-to-one. And we see they're going to Hollow Bastion, which kind of like it's kind of like FOD in Melee, where sometimes it has like you care about the platforms, but sometimes it's like a mini Final Destination. So with how the layout is.
Yeah, absolutely. And Hollow Bastion, interesting because I'm used to the Midwest Ultimate rule set. That's not as much as common in that rule set. So coming here to the N and using the NA rule set's definitely a bit of a change of pace. It's a little nice.
Yeah. And I believe we will have a stock count update immediately. I was trying to think about it in my head, but I was like, I'll just wait until there we go, the overlay. It is 12 to 8. Oh, yeah, we have to shoot the lasers because it doesn't matter. And Kip needs to take 1 stock, I believe. Yep, throw out the taunt, and now they're good. Yeah, taunting is so annoying because if you're Pac-Man, you could kind of just like charge immediately because you're like, oh, I assumed we both taunted and we're good to start. You almost get like a head start for some of those charging characters.
Yeah, Pac-Man be fast. Ooh, love the jab reset. Going to orange. The neutral getup was a smart option.
Yeah, just kind of playing that waiting game of, are you going to throw it or am I going to get up first? And perfect timing.
Throwing out that forward smash at ledge, that could be deadly.
And Falco is like one of those characters that fall into like the spacey category that a lot of people like to practice against because of their weight and their size. It's pretty middle ground across the entire cast of the game.
You're getting cutscene.
Yeah, you literally, And when we're talking about flowchart when you take away platforms, like this is the type of character that Kip practices against. Like he knows what percentages work at basically every single range, what item I want in what scenario. He's going to get the bell and going to try to play for that hit stun to get an aerial to confirm.
Yeah, certainly. That's the thing about these characters. Kip playing Pac-Man, it's kind of like an exotic food, right? It's very different. If you're not used to that matchup, then it's definitely a tech check. As to Falco, it's very cut and dry. It's very straightforward, very honest character.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like if you've been playing Smash for any iteration of it, if you played Brawl, if you played Smash 4 for the Wii U, if you played this one, all the species generally play the same. Like,
yes.
If you've seen Falco 10 years ago, you've probably seen Falco today. Goes for the dare down there. Oh, it's going to go down to challenge Pac-Man, but that's not something you really often want to do because of how good their recovery is.
Yeah, the trampoline's just insane. If you spike them into the trampoline, they're just coming right back up.
Exactly. They're coming back faster than you're going downwards, and now you're put down into a disadvantage.
Yeah, Kip's going to want to keep this stock as long as they possibly can, possibly getting through this whole character if possible.
I like the thought there by we're seeing some Hydrant play with Reflector there, waiting to see if Kip is going to send off Hydrant so that Falco, ooh, that was a nice read off the jump, knew that he was at low enough percent that, oh, look at him crouching backwards and walking to try to get that perfect tilt angle on the 2-frame. Doesn't get it, but I like the thought there. But we are seeing Falco Reflector come out, and that was the moment that he was looking for and wasn't ready for it.
Wow. Oh, the bell almost got caught as well.
Yeah, this bell's going to be a death sentence for either person who gets hit with it.
The Nair, the get off me tool, I do not want to be where I'm at. The up smash, when they buffed that move, it made my heart so wholesome.
Well, it was like every other Spacey had such a better option for, like, Wolf has so many kill options, and Falco's just sitting there with, what am I even supposed to do? My dare got nerfed, like I'm not even that good off stage anymore. Oh, the apple! An apple a day keeps Falco away.
Yes, absolutely. And it brings them right back with that up tilt conversion immediately. Going for the back air. Kip now sitting at 45, 51, almost getting
going for it
spiked. Oh,
that
no.
might be
Oh,
it.
no. Oh, no. Oh, no! There it is, the pop-off in the crowd. Chris in the background, losing his mind, flipping that luscious hair.
But again, in terms of the Syracuse game plan here, getting the stock off of that Pac-Man was so important because now, if whoever follows up for Syracuse just gets the stock without losing it, it's almost the exact same thing. You're just trading stage selection. Oh no, we give up a counter pick, but we eliminate one of the problem children in that Pac-Man.
Yeah, like the next 3 characters that are coming through from Shenandoah are only going to get harder.
Yep.
So getting rid of this Pac-Man is going to be crucial for Syracuse in this next game.
Yeah, and I think the name of the game is just keeping as many stocks as you have up in an advantage for Syracuse. I think once we get a little bit more even later into the set, that's almost in favor of Shenandoah with how strong their anchor is. I don't want to like keep mentioning it, but Willie is looming back there.
He is. He's molding. He's ready.
Arms crossed, just sitting back there. I believe Igloo looks a little bit more ready to play next, so I would bet that the Yoshi main would be coming in if Syracuse is able to clean up Kip's last stock right now. Yeah,
that would be my guess as well.
My favorite thing to do...
Is that Zami?
Yeah, that is Zami. My favorite thing to talk about on commentary so far this weekend is, like, it seems that events of this caliber almost are turning into, like, fashion statements for competitors. Like, I have not seen, like... I see more drip year over year with competitors at this event. And, like, I think Zami, if we're looking at a drip check right now, the collegiate jersey's always nice, but, like...
But you're going to get drip checked.
Dressed pretty good. Yeah, you're going to get drip checked.
No, I honestly agree, and I love that. I love that we're seeing more of that in the scene, more of that style, that flair. We're even seeing more tournaments now. Instead of doing cosplay contests, they're doing, like, fashion shows.
Yeah, fashion shows. I mean, even in, like, the collegiate space, we're talking about jerseys. A lot of teams are looking to find ways to be unique in their apparel choices.
Oh, yeah.
I know some shoes, shout out West Virginia University, they have the full kitted up with West Virginia shoes
with
as
the
well.
Sneakers.
Yeah, they have the sneakers.
Yeah.
Some schools are opting into the blazer or like the baseball jersey approach.
Oh, and I love the baseball jersey approach as well.
Why are you so happy about Zelda?
I love this approach because this is a great choice into Pac-Man, in my opinion.
Why is that? Share it for the folks at home.
I think Zelda's a great choice into Pac-Man because there's so much reflector tool that Zelda can use, as well as Spirit Cannon. Spirit Cannon can cover so much stage control. It's very hard for Pac-Man to get in, which is exactly what we're seeing right now.
And it's almost like we're seeing the complete opposite here, where Kip is now the person who's going to get like a bunch of like chump checks Because Zelda's even more rare, I feel like, in the current meta.
Oh, very much. But if you find a good Zelda that knows what they're doing, it's a very hard matchup.
Yeah, and just from the start of this stock, it very much seems like Zami is very much in control, knows what he wants to do.
Yeah, Kip is just going to wait, charge that up, throw it over. Ooh, okay, I see you, Kip.
Yeah, but still nothing comes. It's just like, we're back to neutral.
It's because they're so far away, right?
Yeah.
You have to respect that distance.
Oh!
And there it is. Yeah, the up B confirmed straight up. Zami taking it without losing a single stock.
And that's what you wanted if you were Syracuse. And now all you gave up, it's basically the exact same thing as last game if Kip was eliminated. It's just now Avery gets to choose what stage he wants to go to.
Correct. And now Zami has to deal with Yoshi and tangibility.
Yeah. But again, like, Yoshi is way more common of a character than Zelda.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I usually, in the instances for Shenandoah, it is them as the unique one-tricks forcing their opponents to learn everything that they're doing. You have to be comfortable with my matchup. They're kind of be putting on the back. They are put on the back foot right now, where Zombie Zelda might be the problem child. We were worrying about this Yoshi, worrying about this Pac-Man. It might have been like this hidden boss all around.
Truth. Honestly, this might be the tech check that Syracuse needed. If I'm not mistaken now, that is now...
I think that is a full
9 from Syracuse. They're down 9 out of 15. Am I mathing right? Yeah, that's 3 characters. So they have 6 left. They have 2 characters left.
Shenandoah.
Shenandoah,
Yeah.
Correct. Yes. So
I believe it is 9-6.
I think it is 9-6.
Yep.
Yes. Correct.
So yeah, Syracuse is able to confirm that full character 3-stock lead, which aligns with what they need to do. In close matchups, Willie has made it really close when, you know, he's down 3 stocks, but you're basically requiring him to potentially 3-stock at the end, which for players of this caliber is not something you could do on command.
Correct.
It might happen here and there, but it is not a sure thing at all.
Yeah, Iglu's got to warm up and maybe melt some of that coldness off. Get ready for this matchup because this Yoshi's got to come in clutch.
Yeah. And
some would say this is the ugliest Yoshi skin, by the way, but
yeah,
I love
know.
this skin.
People do not like the Yarn Yoshi, dude. It comes up, and like I see that on Discourse all the time whenever he plays on stream.
Which I think is funny, but I like the skin. I think it's beautiful.
It's the texture.
Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah, I think egg play is going to be really interesting. And Zelda's safe recovery. If ever you feel fearful, you could go all the way down. Oh, is able to get a little quirky 22% there on the reversal.
Oh, the jab back at ledge. Good luck going for the back air, trying to cover the options. Yeah, I think Yoshi is going to favor here because it has a much easier time getting in than Pac-Man does in this matchup.
Yeah, that's true. And the zoning options are a bit like more unpredictable. Like a lot of people know which way Galaga's going to fly, which way the key is going to go. I know it's going to shoot straight. The control over the eggs can be a true benefit to Igloo. And they're looking for the very similar like kill style. Both of these characters want to kill off the top. And that might be it right there. Oh, the reversal there.
Yes, that was a great reversal, and that's what Yoshi does best. Those reversals will always catch you off guard. The up airs are so good. Yeah, Tommy's doing a great job of just keeping this lateral control. Oh, the back air's coming in clutch.
Yeah, and this is not what you want to see if you are a fan of Shenandoah, but Syracuse is still chugging along with their game plan, kind of always taking, you know, a couple steps ahead, and Shenandoah has to play reactionary because of that. A little bit of a combo here. Oh, and gets shield poked.
Okay, there it is. Taking the first stock from Zami. Igloo now tying things up amongst these 2 characters. It is still 8-5.
But again, we're talking about what's in the tank. It might be truly even.
True. Very, very true. It's definitely closer than what was sort of predicted prior to the crew battle. So I love to see that from both these players because you want all these players to have a good time while they're out there.
And again, like, such a good little get-off-me move right there. Igloo has the ability to play off the platforms and get some up-air chains.
Oh, that was a great reversal from Zami.
Zelda's just too light.
Yeah.
I think if she was a little bit heavier of a character, that could have been confirmed.
The stock, yeah. Waiting. Oh, was going for the down air confirm there. I'm loving seeing Igloo with these setups on ledge. You can tell they've practiced it many a times.
Yeah, but we are at the point now where maybe a stray back air on the side of the stage or an up air from below should be able to take Zombie stock. And we just see a nair off stage, like not even that much knockback, not that strong of a move, but paired with the high percentage in Zelda's frail weight.
Frail's a great word,
Yeah.
yes. Zelda is a lighter character for sure. Got that float, and that shield just as frail. Zami is in a precarious position here, trying to just get in, but unable to on the back end of that tail Yoshi.
Yeah, now we're at the point where it's just up to Zami. Just needs to secure the stock. Like, that is
Yes.
still a win in Syracuse's book. You're keeping the stock lead, and you're getting, you know, rid of these problem character stocks more and more.
Yeah, gonna use Phantom Ganon mid-stage, which is the Zelda special, up air into up air, the Yoshi special. Ooh, the downer is gonna connect because of the shield poke, and the up air off the top is gonna kill. Iglu's caking both of those stocks in the tank now, and it is even.
It's not even smiling. It's also not even. They took one Igloo stock.
Oh, that is true. That is true. They took one of Iglu's. And not smiling because
He's locked in.
It's a turnkey solution. He's locked in. Locked in. Absolutely, unequivocally, irrefutably locked in.
Yeah, and we're talking about how we don't see a lot of Zelda play in the current meta. A lot of the time, characters that are not the best don't get played because they have some form of a disadvantage, and that shield really did get abused that set.
Oh, yeah.
And Yoshi has so many multi-hit moves that you could throw like that back air, get a little wiggle. You could throw out the dare.
The
Dare
down
has
air.
so
Oh
many
my gosh.
hits. And one of them will poke, and as soon as a single one pokes with how
It's
strong
done.
of a move it is, you can see immediately able to double jump up and connect with that up air. And that up air, I mean, even if Zami was at like 20% with how high Zelda was, that might have been a dead Zelda regardless.
Very true. Very true. I mean, Zami had taken so much of a beating at that point because Igloo had recognized, okay, I need to play my own game. I need to get in on the Zelda. I need to shield poke. I need to be aggressive after that first stock was taken. So now we're seeing Bart coming in. Bart the Bowser.
Kind of fits with naming conventions. We like a little alliteration.
You love the alliteration. Bart the Bowser. What if Bowser's real name was Bart? What if Bowser was his last name like Mario?
I think that fits because Bart would probably be short for Bartholomew.
Bartholomew Bowser?
I think that's
pretty good.
But realistically, by naming conventions, his name is probably Bowser.
Yeah, very true, because Mario's Mario.
Yeah.
And Luigi's Luigi Mario. Fun
Or it
fact
could be
if you didn't
Bowser
know.
Mario, I guess. I don't know. We don't know the family lore.
Very, very true. But what we do know is what's going on in this set, and it is up air central.
Oh, didn't get the spike hitbox and knocked it downwards, and Igloo was able to get it again.
I'm
If
dead.
it doesn't work once, try again.
Yeah, the smash special. There it is. One more. Yeah, small battlefield, just a clutch stage for mainly for Yoshi, but Bowser, I'd like to see a little bit more of the get off me tools, right? Hold the shield, wait for Yoshi to approach up B. You're gonna have frame advantage there.
Ooh. And the thing with like Yoshi is, he's a small little cute thing.
Went to regrab on the ledge and missed the ledge. That's
Yeah.
what it was for. Had the spacing just off slightly. So unfortunate from Bart.
Yeah, and losing stocks here is not something you want to see. Like, the entire tide turned. This could have been 2-1 in favor of Syracuse, and now we're fighting for who has the advantage going into the last member of each team.
Very, very true. And it's not looking good for Bart. The 0 to death coming through the forward smash mid-stage. Bart getting back, looking for the egg setup. Not going to quite find it. The forward tilt on the side. Going up. The Nair, not going to find it. Now we're resetting a bit to neutral. Igloo just playing patiently.
Yeah, and the confidence in the suicide is not an option here now because Bart lost that stock on the SD.
Yeah, very, very true. Bart can't do it, and that's where it ends. Going to land right into a forward smash. Igloo going into this last character with one stock.
Yeah, so now it's going to be kind of a similar situation to before that we saw with Kip's last stock on that Pac-Man. Penguin Power has to come in here and take Igloo stock and make it a true 3v3.
Penguin Power. Okay. And yeah, this is going to be crucial for Syracuse. This next stock is going to decide everything.
Yeah, I truly think so. I think if you are Shenandoah, if you enter 3v3 with Willie, you are confident that you are going to win that.
You have to be. You have to be. Yeah, confidence is the name of the game with things like this too when it comes to these crew battles. But you don't want to be overly confident as well. You want to have enough confidence to carry you in. I'm curious what Penguin is going to play.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, now we're like dwindling down to the final character you can choose. Like, traditionally, you probably have some overlap between these people. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we already saw with Shenandoah from the first two they had.
Correct.
And maybe you are thinking, okay, I know they have a Kazuya up next. Do I play for the Kazuya or do I play for securing this one Igloo stock, they might have different characters that have a better advantage towards one or the other.
Yeah, the other like big piece of this too is we're only doing a best of 1, but in traditional crew battles, you can have a roster of up to 7 or 8.
You can have a roster of up to 8. You traditionally play BO3 to BO5.
Correct.
And you can swap out players in between those rounds.
Exactly.
So, like,
there's more counterplay.
We were talking about like the first characters in the first game are using like the more they play, the more they stay in a match, they're able to get a read on the opponent. Like the first game in crew battles are almost that exact thing when there are that BO3, BO5 format.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And it's within that format, it's kind of like if we're making the same reference back to Pokemon, it'd be like going to your box at the end of or in the middle of a gym and just going back into the PC, pulling out what Pokemon you want, throwing them back in. And that's why I love this format so much. It's such a different style 1v1 format that's very unconventional. You don't see it in a whole lot of other scenes.
Yeah, and it really is like a true way in the collegiate space to make it a team sport.
Yes.
Where before, if you think about FGC titles, you think about Smash titles, the most you get is 2v2, right? And you're like, oh, maybe 2 people isn't really much of a team at a collegiate level. Crew battles can incorporate at times 5 and at times 4 members of the community to be a part of a roster, be a part of a team.
Penguin Power, short for, PP, like the moves in Pokemon. I love it. So,
power points.
Power points, yes. Okay, so playing the Joker, a character that years ago was considered the best in the game, now is definitely considered by most to be top 10, but a little bit more rare in 2024.
A little bit more rare. Arsene came out really quickly here in this match, and Penguin Power needs to make the most of it right here.
Yeah, like we said, this first stock is everything, and at 77, this Joker really wanted us to get this Arsene some value, and this stock will be the best value.
Form of a combo going, anything like that. A lot of Arsene's moves on a character of the weight class of Yoshi combo into one another, so it really can be...
Misses the ledge. It looked like it grabbed.
Yeah, it had to have just been too low, and because it was Pokemon, it like went through the metal, and we just couldn't see it.
Wow.
I don't know if the egg interrupted anything, but yeah, that is not what you want to see.
I'm going to say something controversial and brave. PS2 is not as good as Small Battlefield for reasons like that. The ledge is so jank.
Yeah. Yeah, and tether characters, like that's just something you have to do. And like something to note, Syracuse and Penguin Power chose the stage.
Yes.
Oh, doesn't get a spike.
It was just barely off. Oh, the Nair is going to kill. That is 1-1. This is the stock for the crew battle here.
That was a crazy little standoff that Igloo and Penguin Power had there. They're just both staying at each other because Joker has the potential to go down really low to recover. And Igloo just pocketed that double jump. Is able to, finish off the stock there for Penguin Power. But now you have one stock against Willie. We've been talking about this entire time.
Yeah, one stock, not to be confused with One Stock Willie, which is an entirely different Willie, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is One Stock versus Willie, and this is going to be an, some people just like to skate up, try to run uphill on ice skates, and this is going to be one of those situations.
Oh, I love hearing the game sounds while they're doing all like the little. What are they doing? They're switching controllers right now. Is that the sound? They're plugging in the Pro Controller, activating the Pro Controller, and now they're going to do all of the controls.
Yes.
I love Smash Ultimate. It's my favorite thing, sitting on a commentary block from like Melee, especially with hand warming, where it's like, okay, what wave dash sound am I hearing right now, and what characters are going to be on stage?
Whoever Sakurai hired to do the audio engineering for Smash had to have been peak, and they're sitting in a soundproof room with headphones on, just cooking for hours on it.
Yeah, like you hear, like Sheik always does the tuh. Yeah, Fox is so loud, like Luigi.
The Fox scream.
Luigi is just yelping every time he wave dashes.
I love the Fox scream when he kills off top.
Yeah.
He goes, ah! You know the voice actor was in the booth just going ham for that.
Yeah. So we do have it. Willie, Kazuya. I didn't see what stage they selected, but we're about to see right now. And they went back to the cursed stage. Unlucky Chase.
Kazuya Mishima. Yeah, this is going to be tough. Speaking of going ham, PP's going to have to go ham here if they want to take this battle for Syracuse.
Yeah, Kazuya is just such a tough character to face, I mean, the highest tiered character we've seen tonight in this entire crew battle.
Truth. There's only one other character that I would argue is higher tier than Kazuya.
Yeah, exactly. And we're happy we're not seeing any of that today.
Yeah, truth. Very, very true. We won't get into that politic, though. 49% already. Going to get the Electric God Fist off of that, trying to get another combo. And that's the thing about Kazuya. He has so many conversions, so many things that just play. It is truly putting a Tekken character in this game.
Yeah, and now we're at the point where literally any connection that Willie gets, a jab or a tilt, will confirm into death. Like, that is just the stock. That works, I think.
Ooh, it is working. But wasn't able to quite get back up there and shoot down. Just the neutral get up.
Just slow get up, yeah. Both players just kind of going slow, and that should be it.
There it is. There it is. That is the crew battle. Shenandoah University will take it over Syracuse University with 3 stocks remaining.
Yeah, and Willie unfazed. Shenandoah, this is just another day of work.
Another day of
match.
work for the Shenandoah crew. Absolutely. And yeah, we went a little bit over time. We were slated until 1, but it was a beautiful time up here, being able to see these college players get back and forth, and you know that they love the platform as well, love repping their universities.
Yeah, and I think something that's cool is activating on the collegiate scenes at super majors, at majors. There are a few other in the space that are capitalizing on this in the next year. I'm sure with this as an introduction at Supernova 2025 will have even more of a collegiate presence. And that's just a great thing to see.
I'm hopeful. I'm certainly hopeful. I would love to see more colleges come out. We've seen a handful, I want to say 5 or 6, come to the event. There's a few that are here, but we would love to see more come through.
Yeah, and I think with that, we are going to hand it over to Dan as the MC. Oh, we have a few more seconds. Oh, yeah, you're good. So Dan's getting ready right there. I don't know if we're going to do any form of live interview. We're just going to show some handshakes or something down there. Both squads are down there. And there's going to be some more activity going on where I think Willie is going to be taking matches. So the crowd can actually participate for the next little bit.
Oh, that would be
depending on time, but we'll see what's going on. I know we were going over. It took a little bit to get through. But yeah.
Once again, shout out to TNS for setting this whole thing up.
Yeah.
They were super professional. Just came up and was like a whole crew coming together. It was like watching the Amish build a barn. Like they were just it was done immediately.
Yeah. And just to wrap things up, to give it a Shenandoah University took it, I believe, with 3 stocks at the very end.
Correct.
And yeah. Take it away, Dan.
All right, everybody in the stands, let's hear one more round of applause for our victors, Shenandoah, taking the rivalry this time around, but I don't think that is going to be a pattern. Let's just wait and see if we can have everybody come on out here. Now, who is the one to which we should, who's the captain? We have a captain over here? Okay. Say some words about the victory, about the team, about the future.
I mean, the future of this team is very, very bright. I'm so happy that we're all to come out here to Supernova. Shout out to all the staff here. Thank you, Shenandoah University, for giving us this opportunity to compete collegiately and all around the globe. Cannot wait to take these guys to more lands, more tournaments. You're going to be seeing us much more in the future. And I hope we get to play Syracuse a lot more in the future as well. I think that rivalry is something I'd really like to start and continue in the future.
For sure. So that is going to do it. We got to turn the stage over. So that's going to be a wrap for this collegiate crew battle. One more big round of applause for all the competitors. Thank you all so much for watching, tuning in, joining us for this wonderful experience. That is going to wrap it up for this crew battle.
Wow.
Yeah, I always like to end every single block that I do with saying support your locals, support the local Smash community in your neighborhood, putting a collegiate spin on it, support your local colleges. In almost every region you are in this country, in Canada, there will be a university or a college that you can help support. Watch their matches. Go in person and support those players.
Yeah, if you're an alumni of the school, it is more than likely that your school has or is developing an esports team. If it's not varsity, it's club, and go support that club as well.
Yeah, and as always, it's great to be here. It's always a great opportunity to be at Supernova, especially hyping up Collegiate Smash. I am Nickelback Air, joined by
Chase Nuclear Nukem.
Yep. Thank you, and see y'all.